Hello everyone and welcome to Don't Starve. This is going to be the first series on the channel which is going to resurrect it from the dead. Well, 4 months of being dead and the channel is back. Mainly because my new mic came today and it doesn't sound like ass. Which is pretty good. So let's get straight into Don't Starve, which is a pretty amazing game. I've been playing it a lot. It's a survival game with it's very 2D graphics, and there's lots of bosses, monsters, all that cool stuff, and it's very pretty hardcore. Like, if you die, that's it. You don't respawn unless you have items that let you respawn. Yeah, you have to restart. And if you look at when I press play here, I already have a world. You can have up to 5 worlds. I already have a world which I'm on day 81 of world. So it's world 1, then that's how many days you're on, 81. And roughly every minute, well, every day in the game is 8 minutes. So I've probably got quite a few hours on this world already. But we're going to start as, we're going to start a new game. So we're going to play Reign of Giants, which adds a load more monsters and bosses. This is Shipwrecked, which is like a completely different style of game where you're on islands, but we'll play that if people want me to play it, if I die in this one. So we're going to go to character, and these are all the different characters that I've unlocked. I'm still missing a few, which are these ones. I've already played as Wilson quite a lot, so I think I'm going to play as a different one. I think I'm going to play as the robot, because I've never played as a robot before, and I think it'll be quite fun. So I think we should just get straight in. Would you like to make this world compatible with shipwrecks? Only shipwreck compatible mods will function in the save slot. Yeah, why not? So here we are, we have just spawned into the world and the map is huge, and this is all we've found. This is a killer bee, I'm not going to go near you. So how I usually play this is I use mouse to examine things, and you craft things. This is where you craft, so you can make axes and traps and backpacks and fires. I usually use space to pick things up because it's just easier. And yeah, kind of the only way I can explain this. This is a beehive, which I do not want to attack right now because it would probably kill me. So I'm trying to say, oh, what is this? Oh, a clockwork rook. Yeah, let's not go near you. Actually, what we can do. So this is one of the monsters in the game. You just got mugged. So we just So it's good to know that this guy's here, because if we kill this guy, he will drop gears, which is something our character, because he's a robot, can use to upgrade himself later on. So it'll give us more health or more stamina or more hunger. Okay, you can go away now, thank you. So this sort of area is would be a savanna, because it's all grassy on the floor. It's got rabbit holes, and usually, well, I say usually, sometimes you can have beefaloes which spawn here, which are kind of the equivalent of a buffalo, but with a different name. So currently we're just going around collecting some of this grass to get cut grass, which we can use to craft. If we could find some flint, that'd be pretty good, because we could craft some tools and harvest some trees so we can make fires. So that'd be really useful currently, because we do not have any, and if we don't find any, we may have to survive our first night with a torch, which would not be great. Okay, so we're already going into dusk, which was pretty fast. So if you look at the top right here, we have our day cycle. So the yellow would be how much daylight, the red or pinky red is how much of dusk, so before night, and then black is night, or blue is night. So when it goes nighttime, everything goes pitch black around you, unless you have like a fire or a torch around up. And if you do not have one of these torches or fires placed, Charlie, which is like the weird shadow monster in this game, will kill you, which is not pleasant. So finding flint would be key right now for our survival, but we can survive on a couple of torches, so we should be okay. So I think I'm just going to spend the rest of the day harvesting some more of these. Just get a nice supply of things in our inventory here. I eat these seeds because I got my hunger there, which is quite low. I think all of my base stats are 100 because my base stats as this character are quite low. But after I find gears, I can upgrade myself and then I can become pretty good. However, with these gears, I'm not sure if I should use the gears to upgrade myself or to make a fridge. And the fridge is used to like, because food spoils. So this, if you look at this food here, it has like a big green background, and after so long, it'll start spoiling. Not that that matters for my character because that's one of his perks. He will eat food that even if it's gone stale or rotten, he'll still eat it and won't get any debuffs. When with other characters, if I was to eat like stale food as say Wilson, which is the character in my other world, he would like lose sanity. But because I'm a robot and one of my perks is not a picky eater, I can eat all different types of food and it will not give me any debuffs, which is pretty good. And what have we found? Oh, this is the metal potato thing, which is pretty cool. Also some carrots and farms around. We'll grab the shovel. So the metal potato thing is it's one of the 4 thing items, which is actually what they're called. And once you have all 4 of these thing items, you can combine them with the wooden thing, which is like where it's when we saw the robot. There's like a big like version of that, like 4 or 5 different robots on. And if you get past them all, there's a big wooden circle, well, wooden like hexagon / circle thing. And once you put all the 4 thing items, you can escape the game into World 2, and that's something that maybe we could try and go for in this series. With the shovel, which I've got here, I could be grabbing this grass, but I don't think it's necessary. Because I got nowhere to put it. I got some berries and some carrots, which I might need to eat at some point. Oh, actually, there's a bit of flint up there in this rocky area. So, sorry about that. It seems that my recording has just stopped. Nothing really happened. It was like a couple of like seconds. All we did was pick up some flint that was in this rocky area. So it is still nighttime. I did make a torch as well because it did go dark. And that's about it. So we're just going to keep exploring around, using the map to see where we are. And I think, oh, there is some trees up here, so if we go up here, we might be able to go over to some trees. If you look down here, while we're walking along, we have 3 different inventory spaces, which are, oh, it seems we are pretty cold. We're going to have to try and survive through this while being cold. Which isn't good. Actually, what I could do, and what I will do, I'll stand near this tree and try and keep warm. So what I'm doing here is I'm just every so often unquicking my torch, so because otherwise the percentage will like run out. And I do not want to be stuck out here at night, because that would be bad. Even it is draining my sanity quite a bit. It would seem we just had to make another torch anyway. Oh well. At least we saved a bit of time, and we can use this rest of this torch tomorrow. So I'm just going to stay around picking some stuff up as we go. Some grass and twigs up here. So it's about to go day, as we see here. That's day 2. I can hear some spiders walking around. Spiders will attack us, but they are fairly easy monsters. And of course it starts raining. Fantastic. And one of my debuffs is that when it rains, because I'm a robot, I take damage. Not fantastic. However, if we get some more of these flowers, we may be able to make a pretty parasol, which is sort of like an umbrella. But that's fine. It's pretty useful. We also need to get some wood today, so that we can craft the tools. So let's make an axe here. And let's grab some of this wood so we can make a fire. Because we're going to eat these berries and these carrots. There we go, back up to full. Well, nearly full. How many is it for a pretty parasol? It is... Oh, we can make one. There we go. So we'll have that equipped now while it's raining. So this won't stop me from taking damage, but it'll definitely reduce how often we'll lose health. So it sort of slows down the damaging process, which is pretty good. So continue picking stuff up. So the first like few days, you're going to be wanting just to sort of run around and pick some items up. Oh, my sanity isn't full, so it's not for picking that up. So, because picking flowers will not only give you petals, but it'll also raise your sanity by 5 every time, which is pretty good. We're just going to go around and grab some more resources. We're going to need a lot of these later on. So ideally, we need to find upwards of 4 rabbit holes, which are like the caved in holes that we saw on the floor in one area, so that we can use them as like food. So we can put traps over them, which are in the survival here. Put a trap over the top of the rabbit hole, and then as soon as the rabbit leaves or enters the hole, they have a chance of getting stuck in the trap, and then we get some free food, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to continue going around picking up some more things. It is now starting to go night, so I think this is probably a good time to cut some trees down. But I'm gonna eat these petals because they do give me a small amount of health when I eat them, and I'm also going to cut this tree down. Luckily, because I'm standing under this tree, I don't actually take as much damage, which is pretty good. Another little like thing I need to look after is this, which is the water. And if this gets too high because it rains a lot, my wetness will go really high, and all my stuff will get waterlogged. Which means if I'm using it, I may automatically drop it, which probably wouldn't be a good thing if I'm in the middle of a fight. So, yeah, I kind of want this rain to stop soon, which would be favourable, because one, it's damaging me. Already lost 20 health. Fantastic. Picking up some more flowers so I can sort of regain some of this lost health, and also raise the sanity, which is slowly going down because it's going night time. We have found a walrus camp, which I'm not entirely sure what it does. So I think we should just stay away from that. Yeah, I'm aware. Let's put this on so we don't lose much more health. Eat these. We have 79 health, and back up to 80. We can make a fire pit now. Oh, well, not a fire pit, but a campfire. Because 2 logs and 3 grass, and we have 96 grass and 9 logs, which is more than enough. So at some point we are going to want to try and make a base somewhere. Like a base where we can set up different machines and things. But like I said, we're going to want some of these rabbit holes. There's 2 here, We want a lot more than that, really. We want 4 at least. Should I continue exploring this area? Because this is where they usually spawn the most. So there's 3. 4, 5. But these are quite spread out. Actually, what we could do. That's one weakness about spiders, is that once you hit them, they can't attack again because they sort of get like stunned. Even though I'm still taking damage. Fantastic. Come on, quick. Grab it. There we go. And we'll make a fire right here. There we go, and we'll quickly equip this so we don't lose as much. We'll put some much health from the rain. We'll also put some of these on the campfire to make it go in big old campfire going. And we shall cook up some food. And then our food is back to almost full. Eat these petals, we drain that bit of health we lost. Now, this is monster meat, which we get from killing like bad enemies, like hounds or spiders or other things like that. And we do not want to eat this like pure, because we will gain hunger, but we will lose sanity and health, which would not be good. This is a very long raining, and it is not particularly great. But we've got through the first 2 days, which is like the basic start, and we've been. Well, I think we should end this episode here. We got a good start, and we can definitely continue from here as long as we do not die from the water damage, which hopefully we won't if the rain ever stops. This may be a pretty short series at this rate, but thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button below, and comment what you would like to see in the channel, because I'm kind of restarting with my new microphone, which hopefully should sound a lot better. I've done some tests and it does sound pretty good. So oh, rain stopped, everyone. We did it. Longest rain has finally stopped. It would seem I'm still taking damage because I'm still wet. That is not good. I didn't know that did that. But thank you all so much for watching, and hit subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm going to be trying to post like at least one video, well, probably one video every day, because I've got school, and editing and like rendering and stuff takes a fair bit of time. So I'll see you all in the next video. Have an amazing day or night or whatever you're doing. Goodbye.